What is up, YouTubes? We are back. Something cool for you today. It is my birthday. Yes. Thank you. And today, I figured I would make a special family meal. A long time ago, I made a video that popped off and went viral, and it was kind of like the first thing that got my momentum rolling and, kind of introduced me to people on the interwebs. That video was the 10,000 calorie Strongman diet, and I made a traditional dish that my family's made for several generations. It was something that was special to us, and my father used to make it all the time. My father passed away, and it's been almost a year to the day since then, and I thought that it would be an awesome thing to make that for my birthday. Make it a little bit of a tribute to Pops. I'm super excited. Haven't made it in years, and we'll see what it is, how it comes out. I've got some really cool additions to it. For those of you who don't know, it's a pasta dish, and it's we call it pasta asciutta, like I said. I'm excited. It's delicious. I'm gonna show you everything that's in it, and then I'm gonna start cooking it up and show you exactly how I make it, and a little bit of twists and stuff. There's always little things you can do, but ever since that video, so I never really showed everything about ingredients and how to cook it and all that stuff in that video. So a lot of people are always asking, how do you make that dish? How do you make that dish? This is how you make that dish. The famous pasta asciutta dish from the Overs family. My father's favorite thing to cook right here. And so it is now something that anybody can try out at home, and hopefully you guys do. A lot of people have messaged me and asked me, and I would type out exactly how to do it, and they would do it themselves. I know other people have shared it with their family, and maybe you could do the same. It'll be fun. I haven't made it in a while. I don't know how it's gonna come out. I'm also not the greatest chef in the world, but this is something I have made before, so I feel like it'll be edible. I mean, at least to me, which pretty much everything's edible to me. So without further ado, also before we get to it, how can you say without further ado and then have more ado? Well, I've got more ado. Before we get to it, make sure you check out the link below, guys. We've got nice camo sweatshirts, American Monster. Got some other cool stuff. We're always looking good. And my son's over here in the background telling me to make sure I tell you to subscribe. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, all that good business. It always supports us, it helps us a lot. This is, the clothing company is mine specifically, so it's not like you're paying JCPenney and JCPenney gives me a couple dollars. What you're doing is you're supporting the American Monster, no matter whether you're liking, subscribing, writing a comment, or hitting the links below. All of that's all for me. And for everyone else, just enjoy the show. Here we have the ingredients. So this is some bread stuff I'm gonna show you how to do later. But what you want is half salsa, half pasta sauce. And this is a marinara sauce that was, has some good reviews. A lot of times I like to add olives, or corn was my father's favorite to add to it. Olives, corn, whatever you wanna do. We're gonna do garlic today. Then you have the two different size elbows. It doesn't have to be necessarily elbow macaroni. Sometimes I like the big shells, the little shells. The thing that matters is having two different sizes. You can do these, or you can do one of these and then some regular spaghetti, or you can do angel hair. You can do whatever you want. Just make sure that it's two different sizes, no matter what it is. And the meat, lucky us, we have this awesome moose burger here. Normally this is just regular burger, but I have a bunch of moose burger. We've got 3.5 pounds here. That's way more than we would normally do, but this is gonna be a super meaty version. This is gonna be very meaty, and I'm gonna have a bunch of extra. So we've got 3.5 pounds of moose burger. I know this is 1.5, 1, and then more. There's 3 there. Then we have the spicy sausage right there. You want the hot sausage. So it's a nice little mixture, right? So we've got this tasty, not so hot versus the hot. And that's the same with the both of these, and the same with the both of the meats. That's kind of the whole thing to it. You want hot, not. Hot, not. That's pretty much it right there. We're gonna get to cooking, and I will show you what's next.
Hi.
You wanna help me? we're gonna put this on the grill. Okay, we'll put it on the back side over here. We'll get the water boiling.
Are we gonna need knife?
We are not gonna need
Eggs.
So put a little bit of salt in there. And now go ahead and throw that in there. Can you get it? Yeah, there we go. So we've got some minced garlic, regular garlic cloves. This is specifically for the marinara. I want to get this mousse on the grill.
All right.
So, go on.
That was crazy how it just like floats up.
The fire?
Yeah.
Totally.
That looks like.
You throw that away? Thank you.
Thank you. No problem.
Then we've got more mousse. The last bag. There you go. McLovin.
That looks so good.
Oh yeah. So some garlic, salt. This is Himalayan pink salt, my favorite. I'm very liberal with my salt.
Because we want to mix it together. Your dad's a really good cooker.
Yes, he was. We're gonna get more meat rolling. I'm gonna scoot this. Turn the water off because it's gonna take much less time to boil that than it is to cook all this meat. So. That one? Thank you. Got our sausage. Got our mousse. Got both the meats going. Sausage here. You can't see his head. There it is. Peek your head up. He will be the 4th generation learning how to make this. Moose meat's cooking up nice. A lot of people, when they cook wild game, they overcook it. Because they've got this fear that like it's not as safe as other, meats that you can get from the grocery store. And that's couldn't be further from the truth. As long as you're making sure that, your stuff's checked out, you're hunting in the right place, you're not, in an area with chronic wasting disease or anything like that. And as long as you've been speaking to your game warden, doing everything the right way, your meat's good to go at medium rare for sure. And we just move it around and we do it nice and careful. Go ahead. Yeah. Good. Look at you cooking. Cooking that mousse. Good job, bud.
I feel the pan's hot.
Yes, it is. That's how you gotta have it hot to cook the meat.
Yep. If it's cold, you can't cook it.
Right. If we were lions, we could eat it cold.
Yeah.
But
We ain't lying.
we're bears. We ain't lying.
Yeah, we have bears in our name.
That's right.
My name's Atlas Bear.
That's right.
His name's Daddy Bear.
Daddy Bear. All right. And we're cooking Grandpa Bear's dish. The mousse is pretty much done. This right here, I'm gonna let the sausage cook extra because I kind of like it crispy, almost even burnt. You don't have to cook it like that, however you like to cook it, but for me, if this is crunchy, it's better. So we're gonna add, got peeled garlic here. In my opinion, you can never have too much garlic, but I'm also cooking this for my girlfriend and my little man. So I'm gonna do maybe 5-6 cloves, diced up nice and minced. And separate, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna not put these in with the sauce, but I'm gonna cut up a couple jalapenos and keep them out of the sauce because Atlas is not a big fan of the spice. Obviously, most kids his age are not eating a bunch of jalapenos. So, you're gonna get that, chop that up. I got the water boiling again now. As soon as it's boiling, we'll throw in the pasta, and then we'll have this to add in there. Then you just, now it's done. So it's always nice to have some garlic bread with it. Well, French bread. We're not gonna do garlic bread. The tradition in my family, now this is gonna sound gross to some of you, but if you try it, it's really good. The tradition in my family is to cut it down the middle, and you do mayonnaise and cheese, then you bake it. And now that might sound gross, but I promise you it's delicious. It's really good. What we're gonna do is we've got some Irish butter. We're gonna let it, it's been softening. We're gonna put that across it and just do like a regular French bread with some butter on it. That sounds good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'll be good.
I love French bread with regular toast.
Oh yeah, French bread with just butter?
It's
Well,
hard.
It's not hard, it's soft.
It's a little hard.
Your mother's a little hard. It's fresh from today. Smells delicious and it's super soft.
It does smell delicious. Oh, it smells like my grandma's bread. That's so good.
Oh yeah. And then you always want to rinse your noodles. There's just so much stuff on them, especially American-made noodles. You definitely want to rinse them. And I don't know what that does as far as like the texture, and I don't know what it does exactly, except for the fact that it cleans off a bunch of stuff. But always been told to me that you need to rinse off your noodles. So I boiled them. Now I'm gonna rinse them. All right, so now it's time to add all the sauces and everything together into the pasta. We'll throw the meat in, we'll throw the salsa, the marinara, and the garlic, put that all together. Now for me, what I like to do is to go overkill on the meat. I want an extremely meaty meal. But like I said, all this stuff is to taste, you know? There's no rules with the Oberst pasta risciutta. It's whatever you like. So Atlas didn't want corn, we didn't do corn. If Atlas wants olives, we'll do olives. When he wants to do his own and he wants to add weird stuff, he's able to do that. There's no set rule. This is a do it how you want it type of thing. And I know all the chefs and all my Italian friends, I guarantee you, are so mad at me right now that I'm using that macaroni and I'm using a store-bought marinara. But it's not what it's about. It's about hanging out, doing stuff with your fams, getting some good food in. It's gonna taste great, and just having fun. And if to you having fun means making sure you have the exact right marinara and the exact right noodles, and you know everything's exact the way you feel like it should be, if that's your thing, then definitely do that. So for us, this is how we do it. This is the Oberst pasta risciutta, and for you guys, you have my permission to do it any way you want, as long as you do it in a nice, loving way with your family, then we're good. Time to throw in the sauce. You can see I cooked way too much. It always happens every single time. I always make too much pasta, too much meat, too much everything. I wanted to cook all of the mousse because we thought it all out. And I knew we were gonna have extra, but that'll be used for something else. So right now, I'm just trying to get all this in there, mix it all around, and then I'll let it simmer again for a little bit so all the noodles will soak up. You know what I've done a lot of times too, is instead of the marinara sauce, I used to do the vodka sauce. That was my thing. My dad always did marinara, and he always, you know, did the corn, but I like vodka sauce, so I would normally do that. This one we were making for Pops, so I did the marinara, and it looks delicious. I mean, look at that. And you get to control how much of a kick you want, how much spice you want, you know. You can do whatever else you want. You can choose different meats. The suggestion is to do a spicy sausage with a type of burger, but it doesn't have to be that way. I mean, if you're at home and you're like, I'm not a sausage fan, then you could do, you know, just your normal meatballs. You can do just 2 different kinds of game. You know, you can do some elk and some moose. So it doesn't have to be that way. If you're a fan of sausage, I definitely suggest doing it like this. It is amazing, but completely up to you. And learn from this video here, don't overfill. So as you can tell, it's been a long time since I've made this. It's gonna be delicious, it never comes out wrong. I'm super excited to have it, but I mean, I should have taken the time and talked to my mom and made sure like I was doing the bread right and doing this right. The bread looks silly. It's gonna be delicious. It's fresh French bread with butter. It's gonna be good. The food is gonna be delicious too. I would like to have used less noodles, the same amount of sauce, same amount of meat, and just less noodles. That way it would have been a little heartier. And when I'm done with it, I know it's the right consistency when the noodles are super saucy. It's not, in our tradition, I mean, that's, again, like I said, anybody making this, feel free to do how you want. In our tradition, it's not like a high carb, super pasta dish. It's got the pasta in it, but the pasta is almost like a side thought. It's more of a hearty meat, and it's more of a, you know, just filling healthy thing. So a little bit off the normal, but I mean, it's not like you guys can't learn from this and see how to do it. It's gonna still be really good. If you are open to experiment, then I'm telling you, trust me, you wanna almost burn the sausage. You wanna make sure that you have just as much sausage as you have your other meat, and bison goes great. You can get that from the store. You can't get moose meat from the store, most people. So I'm not expecting you to do that. I'm just using it because that's what we had, and I am very happy to use game meat. But beef is great with it, you know, just any kind of stuff that you use. Just if you're taking my suggestion and you're like following what I'm doing or what I like, then almost burn that sausage. Use a hot salsa and a medium salsa, and use vodka sauce. The vodka sauce it's right there next to the marinara sauce at the grocery aisle. It's orange, it's not red. It's really, really good. With the bread, I would melt the butter in a bowl, is what my mom used to do. And then you like brush it on, or you can just kind of pour it on, and you can do it that way. And or if you want to do the traditional Oberst bread, then you take mayonnaise and you put the mayonnaise on it, and then you pour grated cheese up and down it, and it's freaking delicious. I promise you, you do that, you will not regret it. It's delicious. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up, pull it out together. It's almost done. The bread's almost done. The pasta's simmering. Get a nice big bowl of it ready to go, and it's time for some pasta asciutta, Oberst style, baby. It's looking good, guys. I'm telling you, it actually came out a lot better than I was thinking. It needed to simmer for a second. Oh, it's gonna be so good. It's perfect. It's got a little bit of spice to it. I can smell it, but it's not too hot. It's just gonna be just right. Pasta asciutta, baby. And that's gonna be nummy. Put that 10,000 calories in your belly. So I did the bread at 325 for about 6 minutes. Not the prettiest thing, all I did was put some butter on it, but oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good. So there you have it, the 10,000 calorie strongman meal, pasta asciutta, courtesy of the Oberst family. From mine to yours, I hope you guys try it, enjoy it. One thing that you gotta do when you have this meal, the only thing I'm going to insist, I guess. The only thing I'm going to insist is that you have it with Martinelli's. Now, Martinelli's sparkling cider comes from Watsonville, which is where I'm from. Watsonville, California is where I was born. And to me, it's what makes the meal. And this is what I always have. Any celebration, birthday party, New Year's, whatever. It's always Martinelli's. And no, I don't work with them. No, they're not sponsoring me. They just make some damn good apple cider. It's great. I also do the cranberry one. I get a mix of them. I like them all. Martinelli's, 100% juice, made from the trees that I grew up around. And it always makes me feel, close to home. So, Pops, I love you. Thank you for teaching me how to do this. I'm gonna try a little bit here. Let's see. Super, looks like it came out super good. Got my bread roasted up. Put what I like to do, put a little bit on the bread there. It came out perfect. Like I can't believe it came out so well. Oh my gosh. I was a little nervous. I messed up. Tastes just like it did when I was a kid. I hope you guys try it out at home. Try it out for yourself and even make up your own dish. Have a reason for it. Teach your kids. Do whatever you guys like. Just make sure you guys do it together.
Comment down below, happy birthday.
These are some birthday candles they got for me today. Ninja Turtles. I'll catch you guys next time.
Stay strong and stay pretty.